Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Oh, believe me, it's not easy. But I want to be different. I want to be like her. If you're not gonna risk anything, there's your life is not gonna change.
Mhm.
Okay, this is the first time I'm gonna say this. I went back to zero when I came here. I don't want to pursue this anymore. I'm not relevant anymore in the Philippines. I auditioned for The Voice 5 times now. What's wrong with me? Like, I just want to stop singing.
These are the things that not many people get a chance to look at, you know?
I think I was really born doing this, you know?
Welcome, everybody. Ever's here. Welcome to Feature Friday Plus. Today, we're joined by, as you can see, Eumee.
Hello, Eumee.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for having me. And good morning from Chicago, by the way.
It's like 7 o'clock in the morning out there.
It is.
We didn't even know.
And
Sorry.
it's snowing. Like,
Really?
snowstorming
Oh, wow.
outside, like
God.
crazy. Yeah.
You know what's funny is I wouldn't
Sometimes.
actually mind snowstorms, but here in London where we're at, it's always just grey and cold, but you never get snow, so you never get actually, you know, to be like a kid and go
really?
sledging. Yeah, you never get
No.
snow.
You get like
Oh.
one day a year where it snows and it like disappears the day after, and that's it.
Yeah.
Especially here in like in
Wow.
central, like in London. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well-
yeah, it's sad.
It's sad for you because you're actually when I first got here, I was like, I'm really excited. Like, I want to see this. I want to feel like, because that was my dream when I was little. And then when I came here, I was like, I will never get tired. All the people here, I'm telling them that I will never get tired of snow. But now, after 3 years, now I'm realizing, oh yeah, you're right, guys.
Yeah, because you get stuck inside as well. Like it's not much you can do. I know.
You feel like lazy and not doing anything, just laying down, like because of the weather, you know. But yeah.
That's what I mean. I'd much rather that, mate. Like, because it's so cozy and nice. Maybe you can have like a cup of like, I don't know, hot chocolate or coffee or something.
Just cuddle in, read a book, and
But-
do anything.
But
Nothing.
here it's just
right?
the sky is just fucking
Tell
black.
me about
brown.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my
that's
dog.
all right. You can bring him into the podcast. Make everybody
yeah?
meet him.
Let's see, but it's okay.
Well-
He's so cute, people.
Well, I must say, you're a bloody good singer.
Oh yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's really nice to have you on. I actually, when we were checking you out for the first time, I just have like one of the questions that came to my mind was, how do you become such a, I don't know, vocal acrobat? How do you get to that level of singing where so many things technically and both become so appealing, but you do them so like easy? Like, how do you get to that level technically?
Oh, believe me, it's not easy. But it's just practice, I think. And I started singing when I was 3 years old. And you know, it's I think it's from the people, my influences. Like when I was a child, I was like looking up like Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, all of this you know, like an acrobatic singers. And and then until I met Jessie J,
Nice.
and that's what like it all changes when I heard her sing. Like I was like, oh my god, this is a next level.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's so different. Like I feel like I can do what she's capable of. And that's more of my style. Like I want to be different. I want to be like her. And that's what it all started, like doing like those acrobatic like what
Riffs and
you're
stuff.
telling
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
That is incredible though, because I don't think obviously Jessie J has definitely set a new trend, like a new mark in the music industry. Back in
Definitely.
2009, 2010, when she started making really commercial music and her name became very well known, I remember her being, like a new step point for singers, for vocalists to try to achieve. And it's not one of the easiest choices. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, you know, Jessie J, but they never try to attempt it, right? Because it's one of the hardest things. Like, what were your first like vocal exercises to get to that point?
I'm so distracted here.
No,
I'm so sorry.
just for those listening or watching, Eumee has her husband on the other side, like her team outside the camera, and
And my dog as well. There's
beautiful
two
little
dogs
dog.
right here.
Yeah, so in case that's the only reason why it might be sounds all over the place, but it feels like home.
It does.
So that's completely
It
fine.
does. Yeah, definitely. Can you repeat the question?
Sure, of course. What were your vocal exercises like to try to attempt, Jessie J's way of singing? Was it just replicating her songs or anything else in particular?
Not really replicating, but I'm like getting like a different style from different artists. But it's just that this particular artist, like Jessie J, I feel like I can do it, and I'm challenging myself. Like the first time I heard her and watched her, like, her attitude, her angst, I think everything is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just love her.
Yeah, she's very interesting. Yeah,
I totally agree.
She's really interesting, Eumee, because she kind of changed that whole mentality of like, pop singers. That's usually like, pop. Usually, most pop singers aren't that technically refined or advanced. And then when Jessie came into the picture, I think another singer that kind of changed that perspective is probably Fergie.
Oh yeah.
But with Black Eyed Peas, she kind of changed that idea of you can be really technically sound as well as being a pop singer. But Jessie J, definitely. So when people listen to her, you can just think, okay, that's a good singer. You know what I mean? That's like a good technical singer.
I just love when she's doing a cover, she's putting her own flavor to it. And that's what inspires me the most. Like, she can do everything. That's what all I can say. She's like a goddess.
I totally agree, but not to be, turning this into a compliment shower like Efra usually says. But I honestly think your takes on covers and your perspectives on the songs that we have seen you perform are absolutely freaking mind-bending.
They're very impressive.
Very, very impressive. Because it's like your stamp on these songs that have already got a really high standard. Like, people already have an expectation of the songs that you have performed live. How was your experience on the TNT competition? Because that is one hell of a competitive environment. How was that like for you?
It was not easy.
Right.
It was not easy. If you're the one who's watching us, like, you won't feel what do I call this?
The pressure?
The pressure.
Yeah.
The pressure. That's actually normal in a contest, right? The pressure is there. Every time you step on that stage, you're just gonna. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Lots of expectations, right, as well.
The expectation, yeah, exactly. And I wasn't even gonna join, but I pushed my family for me to audition. At first, it's really hard because they tell me not to audition, but I feel like I wanna try my luck. If
you got nothing to lose, so
got nothing to lose. Yeah, that's right.
Plus, to be honest, Eumee, what's the worst that could happen? Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And look what happened, if you're not going to try it, you'll never know what's going to happen. So might as well, give it a try.
Absolutely. So how was the auditioning process for TNT?
Yeah, that's true.
Was it like an open call, or I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's crazy when you audition in the Philippines for like this kind of competition, because you need to really like wake up in the morning, like as early as you can, because the
line
queue,
is so
it's so
long.
It's so long, and you never know what time like it's gonna start.
All right.
And you just need to like face yourself, like get ready. Like, it's really hard. Like,
how long were you waiting?
Mentally,
physically,
and
And a lot of the time,
Yeah.
from what I've heard, Yubi, as well, it's like because the cues and the lines are so long. Because I wouldn't know what the TNT auditioning process would be like, but we've spoken to Jason D, who was in The Voice.
Oh yeah,
And
The
he
Voice.
was
Yeah.
and he was just explaining us that sometimes you don't even eat because he doesn't like, for example, in his
Oh.
case, you don't like to have like a full belly before you sing,
Uh-huh.
or you don't know when you're gonna sing. So
Oh,
you're
that's
basically there
different
for
for
hours.
me.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
different for me. I need to like eat.
Really?
Oh, that's the other way around. Because
Oh, nice.
I feel like I cannot function. I
Fair
cannot do
enough.
anything else if my tummy is empty. So
Right.
that's different for me. Like bring my own food in case, like,
Nice.
you know, you're right, because you'll never know what time are you gonna start, you know. So just be prepared, whatever, you know, that happens, because that's one shot.
That's
And
right.
You want to give everything you have, you know.
So in your first set of auditions after that really long line, what was it like when you got a call back and they said, actually, you can actually be in the show? What did that
Oh,
feel like?
It was real. Like, what is this really happening? But actually, before I joined in TNT, Tawag ng
Yeah.
Tanghalan,
Yeah.
I was in China for 2 years, and
Bloody hell.
yeah, 2 years. That was
Why?
2016. There's just a friend like messaging me. So that was just like January. Just the Tawag ng Tanghalan started, you know, January
Ah,
2016. He messaged me like, "Hey, I know you're in China right now, but just letting you know, if you're not aware, there's a singing competition in it's Showtime called Tawag ng Tanghalan. So if you're interested, because he is my colleague college friend. So we used to sing when we were in college. So he was like, you know, if you're interested, just
Give it a go.
give it a
yeah.
shot when you come here in the Philippines. So I was like, interesting. But that time I wasn't really thinking about it because my contract won't end till July,
Right.
June. Yeah, June. So when I got back, July, I actually didn't think about it. But these people, my close friend that they know that helping me to achieve my dreams, my goal. So they're like pushing me like, come on, audition now. And, just give it a shot. I know you can make it. So I was like, fine. Yeah. One of the top competitions in the Philippines. So
It's really,
It is really hard.
yeah,
in
that,
1970s. Right.
And the other thing as well is like I think overall in the Philippines the contest kind of nature of singing, you know, it seems to be a big deal. You can't correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I'm kind of understanding, in the Philippines, singing contest shows are a really big deal, and
Yeah.
they happen everywhere, and that means that the pool of talent, the natural pool of talent in the Philippines for singing, the expectation from the crowd, the expectation from the judges is a bit higher than anywhere else in the world, because the contest happens so often and people look at so many singers
Everywhere, like left and right, especially when there's like a fiesta. Do you know fiesta? Like
Yes,
a festival.
party.
Every
Festival.
like provinces. Yeah.
So then everyone's kind of good at it. So in order for you to get through, you have to be really good. But then in order to get
exactly
in the show, you have to be great. And then in order to win, you have to be like outstanding,
different,
a freak of nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be different. That's why when I, when I found out that there's a Jessie J existing in this world, like, oh my God, she's really my
the
idol.
different.
Yeah,
she's
different.
the different. That's right. And I think that's really important, the understanding that the contests, singing contest in the Philippines are such a part of the culture that you know what the limitations are and like the requisites, like the requirements for a televised singing contest are. So I couldn't even begin to fathom, like
the pressure,
the
right?
pressure that you go through. It must be incredible. You're really resilient, dude. Like I could never.
Because there's pressure that, again, like you said, no one's gonna be able to understand that but you.
Exactly.
Like, it feels like you have the weight of the world in your shoulders.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
it must have been crazy. Just
Especially when you have a dream and you have a goal, especially not only for yourself but for your family.
That's right.
One thing in the Philippines that really, motivate them is their family to, help each other.
just to go back. Sorry, apologies to interrupt.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Just to go back to the process of auditioning. You said you were in China. May I ask why you were in China? Like, were you singing? Were you performing?
I was working there.
Oh, right.
Vocalist in a bar.
Oh, nice.
So I'm the only female vocalist or a female member of the band. We are like 7, 8 in that group, and I'm the only one. So yeah.
Nice.
So you spent 2 years over there
2 years.
singing. Three. Gosh.
Two.
All right. Yes, I had a friend of mine. She did that recently. She spent like 4 years singing in hotels in China, and she was like, "Dude, is like life changing, so crazy out there." And I don't know. Obviously, the Philippines living culture is so similar to Latin American culture as well. So I could only imagine what was it like to live in China by
for 2 years.
It's really hard, especially the language. The language that
Tough.
Oh my God, it's so hard. But again, if you're not gonna risk anything, there's your life is not gonna change, and if you're gonna, stuck in your comfort zone, you're not gonna grow. So I was so independent. That's actually the third country that I went to. The first one is Malaysia, Singapore, and China.
Oh wow! Right.
I'm
that
like
is crazy.
Everywhere.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
And that's how I learned to perform, like, everything, like, because people thought that you're gonna learn it like just a snap, just overnight, but it's a hard work. It's a long journey,
Takes years.
I totally agree.
Definitely takes years, yeah.
And gaining experiences. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that you only learn through doing, performing. Yeah. You only really learn by putting yourself out there, out of the comfort zone, and really trying new things and failing in the process and rethinking everything and going back again. I think it's super cool that you've done it.
I'd imagine lots of ups and downs and lots of great performances and bad performances, and
Tell me a little bit about like how, because you said that you've been singing since you were like 3, but like what actually inspired you? Like, is your family musically inclined? Or tell me a little bit about that.
My parents are both singing.
Okay.
And so I have 3 siblings. I'm the youngest, and
nice.
All of us can sing too.
Ooh.
But I'm the only one who can who really pursued it like
career
professionally, my parents are a member of a choir.
Nice.
A member of a choir. A member in choir in church,
We got you.
Yeah. And growing up, my father was my mentor. He was the one who's like, teaching me everything, all these techniques, not just a basic one. He's not really a professional one, but I think I just really love singing and also dancing as well. When I was 3 years old, I don't know, just music. I think I was really born doing this, know.
Mm-hmm.
So until I grew until I reached high school.
Yeah.
Eumee, we can't hear you.
Eumee, we lost connection.
We lost connection.
Oh, Hello.
Oh, there you're back.
Yeah, you're back. We
Sorry.
missed that bit. I don't know. The connection must have gone off. We
Yeah.
didn't miss you. You were saying
But until you reached
High
high
school,
school,
yeah.
Yeah, I was still competing, and then and joining singing contest. It's called, I don't know, a different competition in everywhere, like
I'd imagine they were probably like. Would you say they were like school contests, and then also like
regional contests,
regional contests and
Yeah.
stuff like that? Those type of
Yeah.
contests.
yeah. I'm the one who's like leading
Right.
in our school.
Right.
So it all started from, I think, from those competitions.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, everywhere, like in the Philippines, if there's like a competition, just gonna give it a try, give it a shot.
Yeah, it's also. I would imagine Eumee like growing up with siblings, because I'm also the youngest out of three.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I'm the third one, I guess. But also growing up, and then I'd imagine that everyone has the skill of singing. You kind of also growing up as the youngest one is a bit different in the sense that you get to see everyone's mistakes and everyone's kind of singing and,
Yeah.
and techniques when you're really young, and then you also pick that up a bit faster.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm tripping, but I felt it when, because I'm a percussionist, so I play the drums and all to do with percussions. And
Mhm.
when I was really young, you would see everyone else older do the things, and I just found it easier to copy because I was 4 or 5 years old, and then I kind of picked it up. It probably, I'd imagine maybe it was the same with you as singing as well. You kind of copy things or emulate
Yeah.
them easier.
Yeah, because you're surrounded with, musically inclined family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think even if I was in the womb of my mother, I already started singing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
makes sense.
I just love singing. That's it. Period.
Yeah. And it makes sense.
You can
I think-
tell.
Yeah, I was gonna say it really translates every time you do, live performances, or we see clips of you from years ago, and then even now. And I think it all translates into that, passion, love, execution of things, and it's really cool.
Dude, and people send us so many videos of you, like
Yeah.
on the DMs of like your
Oh,
past
yeah.
TNT performances or some of your covers, and then they're like, "Oh, look at this, look at this," especially because, again, it's very rare to find singers who are as technically sound as you are,
and also that like to take
Thank
the
you.
risks. No, absolutely. You take risks and you make choices that naturally people would avoid, and you go ahead and you take the lead.
Well, dude, there was
That's
that cover
amazing.
you did with Gigi. It was like a
Oh,
remote
yeah.
Yeah,
cover.
the bang bang.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
What the fuck, dude? That
How
was
did
so.
you make that work? That was crazy.
Yeah, because obviously the connection, and you always, I don't know how you guys did it, but it's also such a
Connection.
yeah, I don't know, like the vocal requirements of that song are so crazy, but you did it remotely. It was crazy. It was a bizarre
Tell
video
me
to
how that
watch.
came about. Like what?
Actually, that collaboration is it's like a benefit show.
Oh, nice.
So, and I just asked Gigi if she can, be my guest. The director of that show, the Gigi Vibes, is Erwin.
Yeah.
If you know him. I was the one who's talking to him. Like he said, why not use Gigi Vibes? Because I thought I'm not really expecting to be Gigi Vibes, the whole band,
Right.
to be my guest, but Erwin, he offered, like, why not use our platform too? Like, so we combined my followers and her followers, and I was like, that was surreal. Like, we have
Nice.
like 10,000 views, people watching that time. And I was really like very thankful because, even if Gigi is like up there and she still, stay humble and still never forget where she came from. And and I'm happy because we're colleagues. We're in the same batch in Tawag ng Tanghalan, and I still feel like she never changed, and I'm so grateful that she's using her platform to to inspire people, to help people nowadays that this pandemic happened and nobody really expected it. So I'm just we worked it out. We really worked it out.
Yeah,
I was
you did.
really
It was really
surprised.
good.
I was really surprised too. Like, how did you do that? People it's so funny because people like commenting. They're like, it's probably because of the connection. No, it's not. It's just I really don't know how Erwin did that. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
he must be a
It was-
magician.
yeah.
Like,
It was
But
crazy.
you know what? We cannot hear each other. That's
no
the thing.
way.
Yeah. That's why if you're gonna watch it again, we're like, you.
You're trying to figure it in the go,
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
it worked so well because when we watched it, we were like, there is no way on earth that's gonna work out. But then
I think that's actually how I titled the video, because it shouldn't have gone well.
like,
Like,
how did
Right?
that work? Is it just
it was
I
just
don't know.
amazing.
I don't know her end, but my end, I cannot hear her. Like, I'm hearing my own music, but her end, probably she's not hearing my voice too. That's why we're doing like, we're pointing each other like, you're next.
Right.
Yeah, that's the cue. And so, yeah, it worked.
it's so great.
It's
Kudos
amazing.
to Erwin, by the way.
Yeah,
Shout
kudos, absolutely.
He's so good.
He must be a magician, because we tune in obviously to some of their live streams, and it's such a well produced
It's
live
a
show.
crazy
Right.
show. It's a
Mhm.
crazy
But
show.
it does require a magician like him to work everything out. So they
100%.
really props to them. And also, we were just checking out their original music. She just dropped Bakit
Bakit ba?
or Bakit Ba.
Oh,
Like,
bakit ba? Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
and
Mhm.
so they're
Freaking fabulous.
definitely on the right path with their original music and doing really cool things. So it's awesome that you got a chance to. Yeah, but that cover, it still makes no sense to me. It's so mental.
Definitely
came out so
doesn't
well.
make it.
You know what? Here's something else that didn't make any sense. Eumee, you speaking in Spanish.
Okay, yes, great point.
Because it's like you're fluid. It's like you're.
I was
Really?
Yeah.
Listen. We
Okay.
from like Spanish native speakers here, I can tell you 100% sure that if I didn't know that you came from the Philippines, I would have been convinced you were Latina. Like
Yeah.
100%.
Wow, thank you so much. I tried my best.
Good cover.
Fabulous.
I just listen, even if I don't really. Well, I understand because of the
Filipino,
English,
yeah.
the original version of it.
Uh-huh.
But if it's not, I won't really understand it. But I think it's because we're influenced by Spaniards, and we're familiar. Most of our words are
Somewhat
the same.
similar. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
very,
similar.
Yeah.
they're
Mhm.
very spot on,
similar.
yeah.
The,
Very
the
similar.
closest, probably the closest dialect that you guys have in the Philippines, that it's very, very close to Spanish, is Chabacano.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but that's very close to Spanish. But Tagalog,
It has a lot of things that are like that we
Close.
use,
Mhm.
but in Spanish, but they're conjugated
differently.
differently.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's like basically are the same words. Like
Mhm.
especially like I think the months of the year are
The
exactly
same.
the same phonetically speaking
Yeah.
to
Where,
the ones that we just say
Well-
in Spanish.
were you born in the Philippines?
Yep.
What
Yeah.
part?
I was born in Manila,
Oh, Manila.
but but now I'm living in I'm living. We're in Bulacan. If you know Bulacan, it's like 30 minutes away from Manila,
Oh.
like
Right.
going up north.
Cool.
All right. Because there's also like different provinces, right? And they have like different like Visayan, and there's
Mhm.
like
And I'm Tagalog. Like
You're
I
Tagalog.
cannot understand any dialect.
I see,
Right,
I see,
right,
I see.
right.
Right,
You're
right.
from the mainland.
From the capital,
Oh,
capital.
mainland, exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
So cool, dude. I honestly I love what you do with your music, and I think that cover in Spanish really just blew my freaking head. I was like, there's
Thank
no
you.
way she doesn't speak Spanish.
So let's go back in your journey after TNT, and maybe even prior to that, because you did say you were traveling before that. For example, like when you said you went to Singapore and Malaysia, right? Were you also going there to make music and
yeah,
and
same
sing?
like a female vocalist as well in the
vocalist.
band. Yeah,
Right.
Right. So how did that opportunity come about?
Yeah, what was
Because
that like?
it's not an easy translation to say, oh yeah, by the way, mom, dad, I'm leaving to Singapore. See you later.
Yeah, right.
Well, it all started when I was in a band in the Philippines. When I graduated, we have this like a deal. I had a deal with my parents. Like
Okay.
I told them after I graduated, I'm gonna pursue just singing.
Nice.
Because that's what I love to do. But I started singing with a band when I was on the third year college.
Okay.
So I was like working student that time. I had a deal with my parents because they told me that after graduating, I need to find a real job.
Okay.
For them, singing is not a real job.
I think for
And
most parents it isn't.
Yeah, back home we did the same. Our parents, I think,
Right?
my parents were like, if you stay in Venezuela, you have to get a university degree that somehow provides some type of stability, because singing is not a
Right?
career. Yeah, totally. I totally understand that. What did you graduate in?
Hotel and restaurant management.
Right.
Nice.
Cool.
And yeah.
So go on. So after you graduate, they said you get a job, but you went ahead and you did music.
Yeah. They give me like a ultimatum, like, okay, I'm gonna give you 1 year.
Oh.
1 year. And then they didn't do anything. Like, because they see me like I'm enjoying and I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I think I had a like security, like they're coming with me every time I had a gig
Show or
in the
something.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Shows, yeah. So they probably understand eventually that, I'm making money at the same time I'm having fun.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, I'm having fun. So they just let me, and it's working. It's working really, really great. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm just happy that my parents eventually, supported me to whatever I wanna do in my life. So yeah, I'm just lucky.
Yeah, I guess.
So it is one of those really cool moments when you get, especially when your parents are the ones like, actually, you know what, do what you want. It's fine. You're doing
As
great.
long as you're happy, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
obviously.
Right, exactly.
So then how did you end up in Malaysia?
Yeah.
How did I end up in Malaysia? So, because there's a contract there. It's only like 3 months to 6 months.
Okay.
Because that time in my management, he's handling a lot of different bands.
I see.
Okay.
So he's just kind of like rotating it.
Mhm.
So these are their one of those countries that he can penetrate, like sending bands and perform, like Malaysia, Singapore, and Japan.
Oh, nice.
China, that's a different management right there, because I only had a 2-year contract with them. After Singapore, because Malaysia is the first country that I went to. So Malaysia and then Singapore. After that, after I finished my contract, I stayed in the Philippines. That was 2011. I
Right.
stayed in the Philippines and then tried PGT, Pilipinas Got Talent.
Oh, nice.
Ah.
Yeah, Pilipinas Got Talent. And luckily, I got in like till semifinals.
Whoa,
You got far.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, is this really happening? But yeah, that was the first I think same competition in television that I joined too.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, that's why it's funny, because most people think it's like maybe they first saw you in
TNT, and then they think
Yeah.
that's it.
or
Yeah.
maybe they saw you in PGT, right? And they didn't know of all the bloody experience you
That
got
had
the years
before.
prior.
That's
and,
right.
and that's why I kind of love how, well, obviously it's awesome to have the chance to speak to you and find out the whole story.
Yeah.
But this is why this is so awesome, because very rarely do you get to actually find out the full story, to be able to then, because all we see on TV or all we saw in these covers and stuff is the final product.
That's right.
Is the best version of Eumee, but we never saw all the repetitions and all the shows and the experience, and also you growing in maturity as an artist. Because being a good singer is one thing, and then being an artist is another. It's like the more professional, it's management, it's money, it's knowing that it's an industry, and then being a good singer is refining the craft. So you're kind of, at least from what I can see right now, you're kind of in this position where both are pretty aligned, as an artist and as a singer,
Because if you're not really dedicated and passionate of what you're doing, you're just looking at only like just to earn money. That's your goal. But my goal is different, My goal is to be known as an artist, and especially now that I'm in Chicago and in the United States, I want to penetrate the mainstream and show the world that Filipino is also, there's a lot of brilliant talents in the Philippines that they don't know. And I think I believe in myself that I can do that and represent my own country, as a what do you call this? Like, I don't know, a pure Filipino, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Totally.
I was actually thinking if there's somebody, I don't know, somebody like me.
I totally agree. I think it's important the representation in mainstream media that actually embodies the country, and not just a perceived idea or a perceived image of the country itself.
Well,
I think,
I think also there's very few at the moment, like pure Filipinos, like that are very popular in the mainstream media. You're obviously seeing a huge increase in that, like SB19, they're making a lot of noise. The guys from Ben and Ben, they're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, but I think in like the US market, you have people like her, and
I think she's half Filipino, right?
That's right, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from,
like,
for sure.
There is not like a full-on Filipina born and bred.
I mean, Charisse Bembenko and
Charisse, right? She broke
yeah,
down.
that's right.
Charisse Bembenko and Arnel Pineda. I'm sorry, Arnel Pineda. Yeah, but
there are very few. I totally agree. And the pool of talent in the Philippines is absolutely undeniable.
And to go back, Eumee, you're saying that you believe in yourself. I believe in you as well, mate. So
do I.
So yes, certainly keep plowing through.
Yeah, because sometimes actually there's lately I had a breakdown, like especially this pandemic happened. So the music industry was really dead.
Yeah.
Like completely. And I was just happy that there's a lot of platforms in the social media that you can, do live streaming, and you can still do what you really love, even if the world seems like it's shut down because of the pandemic. I'm just really thankful that I have this talent that I can still, share to people, and it's really hard for an artist.
Yeah. You can still share what you love the most with the world, and I think social media is one of those God-given platforms. It really did, especially the entertainment industry overall. I think it really grew a new set of demands, given the fact that the world kind of came to shut, to stop.
you probably agree as well, Eumee, and you, but it's like artists also learned something new
That's
about
right.
themselves, and
Oh,
also
yeah.
learned to be a bit more independent in the sense of
Mm.
how can I put on the camera? How can I put the lighting on? How can I set
Yeah,
myself to record?
exactly. And not only as an artist, but I think this pandemic gives us a reflection to everybody
Mhm.
that
Okay.
you can, do something else, not just stuck in this what you been
Sorry.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a big lesson for everyone. I don't know. I'm just a positive thinker. Like I'm seeing this pandemic as a lesson for everybody that you know um everyone is struggling, but it it's um it's how you handle it. It's how you if you really have a goal in life, you there's no excuses.
That's
Just
right.
as long as you put yourself on your mind on that goal, no one can stop you. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's only definitely the healthiest way to look at it.
I
Because-
totally agree with you though. That's
Mhm.
that's the way you gotta approach it, I think.
And also,
Right.
yeah, it certainly, like, that was certainly a good reminder that what makes just people, what makes humans special is our adaptability, our capability to always adapt and plow through during difficult times.
Mhm.
So it
Right.
certainly, I think it's not a bad way to observe the pandemic. Was
No,
it
not
like
at all.
in Chicago at the moment? Like, is it the regulations are a bit at ease? Is there still live performances going on, or is it still pretty tied up?
I don't know in terms of like entertainment here
Right.
wise in here in Chicago, because I've been here for 3 years, and I haven't tried like
Live
singing
performance?
perform in a
Venues and stuff.
because when I was in the Philippines before me and my husband came here, I was asking him like, what am I gonna do when I moved in here,
Yep.
like for good?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, because of course it's a different country, different culture, and I was like very clueless if what am I gonna do.
Of course.
So, and then this pandemic happened. So
Tough, yeah. Because
it's
then,
really tough. It's like I went back to zero when I came here. To be honest with you guys,
well, you
that's
moved.
why
You moved in
Uh-huh.
2019.
yes, 2019 April,
Oh.
and April 2019. So 3 years.
Yeah.
I'll be 3 years in this April.
2 months. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy though, because I totally understand what it means, to leave everything behind and have to start from zero. Like
my God.
I completely get it. It's so hard because it's like you don't understand the surroundings either. You're trying to acclimate yourself to the brand new world.
It's a big risk.
It is.
big
It's
risk.
huge, but don't be discouraged. I think the change always comes with good things in it. And even though, the timing might have not been right with the whole world coming to an end and everything, look at what we're doing, like
Right.
this is thanks to all of that. And I think it's cool, it's fantastic to have the opportunity. And
But it must have felt, it must have been fucking, because it doesn't feel like zero. It probably feels like -10.
basically,
Because it's like,
you don't know
Yeah,
anybody,
exactly.
you don't know where to start.
and then I bet it feels as well to a certain extent.
hard.
It's also a lie, but it probably did feel that your past didn't even matter, because now in here, no one might know of your past. No one might know how good you. So it feels
Oh my
like
God,
zero
believe
but
me.
minus. Yeah.
Believe me, it's like starting from zero. And I'm just happy that I choose this path.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, because I know that everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
God has a better plans for me. That's why He brought me here. Because I don't know what's gonna happen when I stayed in the Philippines with the pandemic. When the pandemic started,
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do. Like, that's why I'm just grateful and thankful that my husband is always there for me to support me, and he never disencourage
Yeah, this encouraged you.
yeah
Disencouraged you.
disencourage me. He always like pushes me, even if myself I want to stop singing. I told him like a couple of times, like, mahal, because mahal is love. I don't want to pursue this anymore. I think I'm not irrelevant anymore. I'm not relevant anymore in the
Yeah.
Philippines. Like, I just want to start a new life here and be a simple person. And no, like, actually, our plan is like, if I'm one of the plans are like join the contest, like AGT, all of this
Televised
opportunities
contest.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, opportunities here. But it's been 3 years, and people don't know that I've been trying
Mm-hmm.
to audition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the first time I'm gonna say this, because I'm tired of like people like bugging me, like, come on, audition. You don't really know what's going on.
That's right.
I was trying my best to reach my goal here. It seems like I'm not doing anything, but I am. I really am. I auditioned for The Voice 5 times now,
Yeah.
and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel like, what's wrong with me? Like, I just want to stop singing, but I'm just thinking that I'm still young, and there's a lot of opportunities there. I'm still lucky that I still have this voice. I'm still breathing, and there's a lot of people there like struggling a lot, and this is my only problem that I'm thinking about, how selfish I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, no, I'll never stop. I'll never stop singing until I reach my dream. And one of my goals is like, not only me, but my husband too. One of my goals is like help people, give back to my community, especially in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a charity.
Cool.
Actually, my husband is a part of it's called Bata Soul. Bata is kid, soul, Bata Soul. So he's a part of this community where they're training kids basketball.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, actually, last December we had a benefit show for that specific nonprofit organization, and we just love helping people.
Oh, Eumee, next time send Bali a link.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll share it.
Yeah,
We'll let people
absolutely.
know. It's
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Yeah, people will be
100%.
we'll be
That's
thrilled.
that's a big help for me. Thank you so much.
No, for sure.
I just want to spread these words, like, because people, it's sad to say, people think like we're not doing anything, but we're not the people that have this fancy car, fancy clothes. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think it's again, it's one of those things that comes with a huge life change, like moving to a completely different continent. Do not get disencouraged. A lot of people know who you are. They
Right.
send us a lot of appreciative.
I think you'd be surprised, Eumee,
yes,
how many
actually.
people
I am so proud
So
of,
much.
especially with my husband right now. I don't know. I'm just
Honestly.
lucky. I'm just lucky to have him, because I don't know. Because I love helping people too. So we connected in that particular matter.
Right.
That's why.
Well, let me tell you both, the two of you, that what you're doing, it's incredible, and I
Thank
think
you.
it should be encouraged. So if there's any way we can help to,
Thank
spread the
you.
word,
Oh, yeah,
help you
dude,
guys,
yeah.
just let us know. We will most definitely share
Thank
with
you
our
so
Yeah,
audience.
well,
much.
wish you would have
Really
told us.
appreciate it.
Wish you would have told us earlier for December. Like I would have loved to.
Yeah.
Would love to be more.
Actually, that was just our first trial doing that
Right.
benefit show, because we're trying to like spread the word and doing a lot of benefit show just to help people, not just only for that specific organization, but just
the community overall.
the community, especially in the Philippines, because
Yes.
it's really hard. Because I've been getting these messages that asking for help, but I feel bad because I don't know
How to help.
how to help.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard. Like, even if you want all of them to you want to help everybody, but you're not capable of like doing it because I don't know,
The circumstances, living overall.
hard.
Yeah.
You know what? It's very intriguing because not many people see an artist's inner conversations and inner thoughts like the ones that you were just sharing. Like, for example, auditioning for all these other shows during these times, and the thing simply not coming to fruition, or wanting to help and maybe
not having
not
the means to,
or maybe not knowing how to at the moment. Because also at the end of the day, that I guess helping comes with also when you feel you are also on the right path with your singing and your career and stuff like that. So it's so interesting, and I'm sure other people are also going to find intriguing to hear an artist's and like inner thoughts and conversations, because these are the things that not many people get a chance to look at. It always just seems like I told you. We always only look at the final product, at that audition that goes on TV, at that performance that goes viral, at that cover that went the best. But we don't see the like everyone
behind
else.
those.
Exactly, behind the scenes. And guess what? And this is what is so hard sometimes to showcase to like a regular viewer, is like your favorite artists and the most famous people on earth, they're just normal people. They're just actually normal people. Then they still have their own struggles. They still have their own inner turmoils. They still have their own conflicts. But because you see them on the on your phone, on your TV and stuff, it seems like it's all perfect.
And it's unreachable. Like the whole human aspect becomes totally blurred.
Like they have no struggles.
That's right. It's like this is what you do perfectly, and that's it.
Yeah, they know that they didn't know that we're human too. We have feelings too, right? And that's sometimes I feel like they treat us like perfect human being. Like we don't have feelings and we don't get hurt.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I think also people there is like this misperceived idea of who you could be, because there's a keyboard and anonymity. Like you could actually say your ideas and your opinions and stuff online, and there would be no repercussion, and people think the artist will never read this, or they will never come across this stuff or something. And that could really change your whole perspective of yourself. And I totally understand.
It's all in you. Like if you're gonna absorb those negative energy, So I right now, especially now in 2022, I'm not entertaining those bad vibes and negativity in this in our lives. Especially me and my husband is like very focused right now. This year we're claiming that and manifesting that this is our year, So
let's go.
I think
we'll help you manifest.
we'll manifest with you. Is there anything perhaps, obviously, it is super cool, the fact that and by the way, don't let those no's from The Voice or all that stuff put you down. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it's an industry.
Keep it trying. Keep going on.
And I'm sure and that's also something super cool, right? It's like a lot of the time people, let's say you do get to another one of those shows and people think like, this must have been her first try after all of that, and then she got it. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
I know.
And even at someone of your caliber of technicalities, I'm not saying it just because you're here, Eumee. I've been saying this behind the camera and in other videos. I think you're probably one of the most technically outstanding singers we've ever checked out
I
the world.
vouch for that though. Like having a little bit of knowledge in vocal technique, a little bit of a few years studying vocal technique, dude, you're such an
You're
enigma
impressive.
to me. You're a unicorn. And I think it's important. Yeah, honestly, I mean it in the best way possible. Because so keep at it. Don't even let the doubt come into your mind. Because gosh, so much there.
The question, I guess, and also I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, because this is what I was I guess that's the thing I also said when we were reviewing some of your stuff. It's like the question isn't whether Eumee's a good singer. Like I think fucking everyone knows that. But
true.
the question is like, how do we turn this commercial? You know what I mean? How do we turn this into a manner so that
Mainstream,
yeah, so
everywhere.
like millions and millions upon thousands and thousands of people get to sing a song made by Eumee, or get to sing the, you know what I mean? That's always the question. And I guess like what would you like for example, the music that you'll be making, what would you like? Would you like to go pop? Would you go, I don't know, R&B? Would you like what's your kind of, what would you call it, objectives or path that you have set out for you in your head?
Yeah. It's funny because lately I'm still like struggling about that. Like what really my genre, you know? I'm not only a singer, but I love dancing. I love dancing too.
Oh, nice.
You're cool at it. You're way too cool at it. If you haven't, people,
I'm trying.
catch up our TikToks. This is so cool. You're so good at it.
What's your TikTok?
Eumee Capile. Everything. My social medias.
Okay.
Eumee Capile.
So you like dancing as well, huh?
She's cool, dude.
I'm trying.
So good. No, honestly, I used to dance a little, and
yeah, you told me.
and I was like, oh my god, I never actually got the cool aspect of it. I always looked too awkward. I was never really good at it, but I tried.
Hip hop and commercial.
Yeah, not my thing, dude.
I remember sometimes going to like, because where Waleska here in London, like there's dance scene is obviously very big, and there's like dance battles, and there's that whole it's like a whole thing, man. It's like you go underground, they go to these underground clubs, and they're all out there crumping and commercial and all this stuff. And yeah, it's like it's not very Waleska, you know, it's not very ballet.
And it's okay. It's okay.
I wasn't cool for school. Like I wasn't cool at all.
Ballet, in my eyes, like ballet really shining, like obviously Latin dance and stuff. It's like salsa and merengue and all that stuff. She overshined that. But it was so interesting to see, you know, being brutally honest, it's like it's so interesting seeing people who are so acquired to a specific style.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? So if ballet saying you look good, it's because you do.
You look good.
Yeah.
And
thank you. But honestly, when I first started dancing again, when I first got here, if I'm now that I'm looking back or like scrolling my very first videos that I filmed here. Actually, Frenny.
Yes, Frenny, yeah.
He's my inspiration right now. He's actually one of my influences that pushed me to dance again. Oh, nice. So I'm very thankful to her, and
it's cool to surround yourself with people that actually encourage you to like pick up these things back again. I think that's also really like a really cool point that we have to make about this whole podcast as it's happening here. Your circle, it's so important to encourage your whole mindset and your career. And I think that overall can apply in every part of life.
It's good that you have your husband with you, and you find him as a source of so much strength, you know. It's
that's
awesome.
Right. And also,
oh my God.
Friends that are also, artistically inclined and help you find new passions in the way. That's so cool, dude.
I'm telling you guys, I'm just really thankful that I met my husband, and he is the one who's like always pushing me, even if I doubted myself a lot of times. He's been my my support system ever since.
Source of motivation.
Yeah,
that's so
to
cool.
Keep going.
Can he sing or can he dance?
Sorry,
can he sing? Can he dance?
Oh yeah, he is a dancer actually.
Oh, nice. What's your husband's name?
Jason Roque. Jason, yeah.
Jason.
Is it easy?
Um,
I'd love to say hello.
He went upstairs now. Guess.
Okay, tough.
It's okay, but yeah, Franny and Jason, my husband, used to dance together.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
They had this group before, and yeah, it just stopped. Maybe because he stopped dancing. Maybe because he wants a different what do you call this?
Career path.
Yeah, like the basketball thing, like what he's
good
doing
call.
right now.
Right.
But what I love about my husband is like he likes trying things. He likes trying new things. Like before, he cannot even sing with a lot of in front of people. But now I don't know that I'm encouraging him right now to sing with me.
That's cool.
Yeah. If you're gonna think, it's all about like supporting each other, you know, surround, like what you said, like surround yourself with, you know, people that can reach your goal.
Yeah, then they can help you build this empire together. Totally.
Yeah. I'm just thankful that I'm part of this family.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're very talented too. They can sing, they can dance. And that's what I love. Like I don't know. It's very rare to find a person or a partner that loves
has the same ideals as you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so cool. You know, talking about music and influences and stuff. What's on your playlist at the moment?
Yeah, what type of music do you listen to?
What type of music are you listening to right now?
Oh my God! Actually, I'm stuck in Jessie J's music.
Really?
Yes. Yes, okay, and that's okay.
But now that I'm dancing with because I have a group, so it's called Queens.
Nice.
I'm learning and I'm like exposing myself to a different genres like hip hop,
nice,
R&B, you know.
Yeah,
there'll be a lot.
I'm sure there'll be also like you'll probably pick up some like some other influences. The more you listen to like hip hop and probably R&B, maybe hip hop, no, because I mean I don't know, maybe one of these days you pull out some rapping song. You know what I mean? I don't know.
And it wouldn't surprise me.
Actually, I have a single I self-produced last year.
Cool.
And it's different. Like the people really like didn't expect me to, you know, put a different music in, because they used to like hear me like singing singing
power
high
vocals,
notes, power vocals, to try different genres like rapping. Actually, I'm trying to rap right now because
really
cool.
I don't know. I'm just trying different things.
And it's exciting. It's exciting. I find that's when that's when you discover things you didn't know about yourself. That you know, when you start trying new things and putting yourself outside of the comfort zone and exposing yourself to different music and different environments. I think it's you never know what you might find about yourself in that. It's exciting.
And it might turn into, you know, even a single or something like that, you know.
Send over a link of your single and I will pin it on the description of the video as well. So
if people want to check that out,
check it out.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Can I ask as well, like what's obviously dancing is like your hobby, right? I would imagine at the moment, or maybe not your hobby, but kind of something you're working on. Do you have like any other hobbies or anything you do to like relax when you don't want to think about anything and you just kind of want to switch off?
Actually working out too.
Oh yeah?
Cool.
Yeah, you're in good shape actually. Yeah, you're in good shape.
Thank you. I'm also influenced by my husband because now he's training. He's turning 39, but because he's training
junkie.
because because I told you he's training basketball with the
Basketball, yeah.
kids, right? So, of course, to be able to, train
You're gonna be
kids,
in good
you should
shape.
exactly. and that's what one of the things that he motivates me too, like to be healthy, to exercise daily, and yeah, it's like an investment. Because people think sometimes that the only investment exists in this world is the material things, but they didn't know that investing to yourself as well is it's a very important thing too.
It's a must.
I think it's the most important type of
and
investments. I believe
it's really hard. It's not easy to motivate yourself. As soon as you wake up, you're gonna do this routine because that's what makes you happy. What makes that there's a goal.
I think what I find most useful about that kind of perspective of working out and taking your health seriously, certainly it's not even about the outcome of working out, like maybe a flatter tummy, I've done a bigger ass, good thighs or whatever, but it's not actually just about that. That's obviously nice. That also keeps your husband probably keeps you happy by looking awesome, and you keep him happy looking awesome as well, in great shape. But I mean it in the sense as well that is that investment of being able to do things when you don't want to, that are good for you, and winning that mental battle consistently, that builds a monster. And then when difficult things occur, you're better prepared. You have an arsenal of psychological weapons to be able to do what you want to do, even if you may not want to.
Yeah, I think it builds such a mental resilience.
Fortitude.
Yeah, like it really makes you strong mentally, more than I find that perhaps you might not see the results as quickly if you're leaning in towards the health aspect of things, thinking, oh, I'm gonna, find that physical result real quick. I think it's more about the mental process that actually helps you achieve those goals. And it's so cool. I really do think it's hard though. I personally have the toughest time working out. Like I don't get it through my head. It's the hardest. But once you get into that motion and the movement
and you see results that's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that keeps you motivated. Yeah,
totally. Dude, it's been such a cool time to talk to you. Like we could talk for hours. This is amazing.
Hey, before we end, Eumee, have you got anything planned in the future? Maybe like in order to like releases you like us to or maybe something that the audience can look forward to, or if not, maybe we just leave it as a surprise. But is there anything you'd like to promote? Now's the time.
Yeah, that like I said earlier, I have a single called New Route. It's available in all digital platforms, and the music video is also available in my YouTube channel. So please do check it out.
Your socials. Drop your socials.
Yeah, my social media. I'm everywhere: TikTok, IG, everywhere, YouTube. Just search Eumee Capile and you'll find me. And what else? What else can I say? For now, that's it. I don't have any shows or events coming up. So
not yet.
I live stream every Friday, sometimes Sunday.
Nice.
It depends on my mood.
Yeah.
If it's not Friday, Sunday, 10 p.m. Philippine time.
Okay.
Right.
Lovely.
Oh, that's really fun. Oh my God.
We're gonna tune in. Yeah.
Definitely tuning in.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Right. That's cool.
I would love to see you guys there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we'll definitely tune in. Gosh, Eumee, absolutely pleasure to have you on, talk about your whole journey and everything. Again, you're welcome back anytime. And whenever you want us to promote anything, just drop me a message. Well, we're on it.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me, guys. It's really a pleasure. Like, I don't know.
You're awesome.
You're so lovable. Sorry.
I can
And
see I can see
and
why
I'm
your
sorry
husband
'cause
married
I'm
you.
Sorry.
I can see why your husband married you. You're so nice.
Thank you. He is too. I'm lucky. I always say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like a broken record here, but I'm just lucky to have him as well. Because if it if I didn't meet him, I don't know where you can find me.
Yeah. Some things
Yeah.
are meant to be, you know. Some things
Right,
are just
exactly.
meant to be like that.
Yep. And thank you so much again. And yeah, more power to your show. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, just keep in touch. And I'll let you
Definitely.
know. I'm gonna send a link and what's happening to if there's a like a upcoming
Yeah, please.
shows.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you know, guys.
Absolutely.
And do the same
Definitely.
too. I'm willing and I'm happy. I'm more than happy to support you guys as well.
Thank you, Eumee.
Thank you so much.
It means a
Thank
lot.
you.
And yeah, no need to thank us. It's actually it's an honor for us to have someone like you come in. And apart from that, guys, Eumee Capile.
Woo woo.